Hello, everybody, and welcome to some Discussiomon, a series where Van and I discuss Digimon, usually a little bit more on the opinionated side, although every so often we will be bringing facts and knowledge into the conversations. Van, you want to introduce yourself to everyone who should already know who you are?
Yeah, that's me, Van Ventura, universe's greatest adventure, best one you'll ever know, probably.
I mean, I got no reason to doubt you.
And today, obviously, like Alyss, we are going on an adventure with Digimon.
Yep, specifically today we will be discussing the upcoming Digimon game, Digimon Time Stranger. Now, the few things that we do know about the game are we know that it is set on, well, it heavily involves the Olympus 12 and the Iliad server, which haven't really been explored in America.
They explored it a little bit in the Cross Wars, but not very much.
I know in Savers we got Marukimon, who is the bane. No, I'm sorry, we got Marukimon because Mercurymon, who is the bane of my existence, is part of Frontiers, which is also the bane of my existence. Mind you, I haven't done the rewatch of Frontiers yet, so I will hold that opinion until I am proven otherwise. Anyway, and there is a confirmed clip at the very least where a Frigimon refers to part of the Olympus 12. I from what I saw, that is the earliest mention of the Olympus 12.
Yeah, and I know in Digimon Cross Wars, Apollomon shows up at some point.
Yeah. So we have a lot of stuff to kind of talk about. And first off, let's start off talking about the story. I think that's a good spot to start, don't you?
Yeah. As soon as I can go back to the wiki for it.
Well, yeah, so we have a couple of tweets from Wikimon here who have found some interesting stuff. They have it from the Terriermon Assistance Lab, which I didn't know exists, and I was wondering what the Terriermon Assistant card was from. Now that I know this, I am in love. So first off, I'm gonna put on the video clip that technically doesn't really matter because, well, the audio doesn't matter because it's just music.
I do want to say Terriermon assistant is Professor Agumon's assistant.
Yep. And it's also super adorable. I love Terriermon Assistant.
I love both of them, and I need to see them in action. And I'm glad that we're exploring it because now that means we're probably going to see both.
Yeah. So so I just put the video on in the back. I don't know if you've had a chance to check it out, but it's very simple. It's just like it's a walk down like a really nice staircase. It almost actually this almost looks like the staircase from the end of Cyber Sleuth going into King Drossel's castle.
I think it might be the same map.
If not the same, it's very close. And we come to this like tower of gears or circles or whatever. Definitely is like keeping track of time. And there's an egg in the center of like 4 pillars. I feel like this egg has Agiomon in it.
Could be.
So you were about to say something?
I was going to say, because we know in the trailer we did see that humanoid person that may or may not be a Digimon.
So it actually is a Digimon. It is.
Okay.
So that is Agiomon.
Okay, because
I actually learned a lot about Agiomon. So to kind of pull the curtain off of this episode, this is being recorded the same day that my Olympus 12 video went out and live. So you're gonna hear me talk about a lot of what I've done in that. So make sure you watch that video as well, because there's a lot of things I'm going to talk about in here that are relevant to that. But yeah, Agiomon is a Digimon. It is a champion form Digimon. Specifically, is the champion form for Jupitermon.
also looks like a satyr.
Yes. Specifically, Agiomon. Funny enough, so specifically, Agiomon seems to be based on what was it? I'm pretty sure I absolutely obliterated the enunciation of it. But let's see. I gotta find it in my other script.
I'm currently looking on the wiki for Agiomon, and
Oh
it
yeah,
has
so
four ultimate forms.
he says, oh, are you talking about Agiokis? Or
Yeah.
Agiokismon? Yep. So I'm gonna
Yep.
go in I'm gonna kind of side rail on Agiomon a little bit. So Agiomon is based on Ajapan or Agapan, which is like the son of Zeus, who is commonly commonly depicted to look similar to satyrs. And there was something about a story I didn't look too much into called Jove Agiokis or Agiokis. And that seems to be a lot of the inspiration for Agiomon. Now, an interesting thing about Agiokismon is apparently Agiokismon is like Agiomon taking on powers of the Olympos 12.
That kind of makes sense because there's 4 different colors, and then there's the holy.
Yeah. Um. So, so do you have any idea what might be going on in the story?
I haven't seen too much about the story. It looks like from the trailer that we all saw, it looks like we're helping Agiomon do something.
Yeah. So, I have an idea on that. So there was a game. It was a mobile game called Digimon. I'm pretty sure it was Digimon Crusaders, the one I'm thinking of. And in this game, you one of the chapters, you actually follow Agiomon, who has amnesia and is trying to remember who Agiomon is. And
Mhm.
and like legitimately you wind up going against the Olympos 12 and like rebuilding your power and your knowledge and all that. And I feel like we're gonna get a story similar to that where Agiomon is trying to reclaim his powers as Jupitermon.
Could be. I'm looking right now, and it looks like there was Digimon Heroes, which had Agiomon in it.
I might be getting it wrong. There was like five mobile games I was looking at when I was doing the video for the Olympos 12.
It looks like I don't know about the other ones, but I know in Digimon Heroes, it looks like you might be going up against the Olympos 12, but also it looks like Imperial Dramon Paladin mode is helping Agiomon.
It's possible. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I
I'll
can.
send you a.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link to what I'm currently looking at, which is the specifically AGO story in Digimon Heroes. Though you have to scroll down to see that, but
Yeah, hold on. Let me just pull that up real quick. I have to be very careful about how I choose to open Discord stuff.
yeah. But I mean, there's so many games for Digimon Mobile and all this other stuff.
It's very true.
And there's so many knockoff games; it's hard to tell which ones are real.
Yeah, so fun fact, so I'm actually looking at Agiomon on Wikimon, and that's
Mhm.
where Digimon Crusader comes up.
Yeah, I'm currently there too. Wait, I'm on.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold
No,
on.
I'm on Digimon. I'm on the Digimon wiki, not
Yeah.
the Pokemon.
So here's the thing, Digimon Heroes is actually the American title of it.
Okay, so it's the same thing. It's
Yeah,
just
it's just so in America, we only had Digimon Heroes for a year. We got it in 2016 and they killed it in 2017.
yeah.
So I don't know how much of Heroes we actually got of the Iliad server.
Well, it looks like the Agiomon thing was translated to English, so we at least got that.
which is good. I like that. But yeah, so I feel like we're gonna get a similar story to that, and like we as the player are just trying to, we're basically trying to help him regain his memories. I don't know if we're gonna wind up battling against the Olympus 12. I think it'd be really cool if we did.
I would love to do that.
I would love to see the Olympus 12. I think it'd be really cool. I know we got Dianamon in Cyber Sleuth. Did we get Apollomon in Cyber Sleuth? I don't remember him being there.
I don't know. I know during our modded session I had Apollomon, but I don't know if that
during our modded session I had Plutomon, and I can promise you that broken motherfucker wasn't in the game.
13, yeah, so it looks like
13 quarter health attacks. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, the only one that we had was Dianamon.
Okay, yeah. So we haven't really seen a lot of the Olympus 12. Oh no, because there's one more in there. There's Minervamon was in.
Oh
in the game,
wait.
I think.
Oh wait, yeah, because hold on, Minervamon. I'm trying to remember what Minervamon looks like. Minervamon's the derpy one.
What?
Because Minervamon in Cyber Sleuth has her tongue out the entire time. She just looks really derpy in Cyber Sleuth.
Oh my god, she does in the official art too. Look, I just pulled up a picture and you can see her tongue is just chilling out. You know, it's funny. Minervamon is supposed. Hold on, I'm pretty sure Minervamon is based off of Athena. Isn't
she looks so derpy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Minervamon is based on Minerva or Athena, which is the goddess of strategic warfare. She looks like she is about to just waffle stomp somebody. Oh, I lost your model. She looks like she's about to just waffle stomp somebody with her tongue out. This is 100% not strategic warfare. That is victory stamp.
Like I said, Minervamon is so derpy.
Oh god, you're so right. You're so fucking right.
Don't get me wrong, I love Minervamon. Just so derpy. Also, I am going to screenshot this because this is one thing I wanted to talk about. I'm going to screenshot it so you can post the picture if you show everybody. It's from the trailer. Just this specific moment, which throws me completely off because this is the only time we ever see it in Digimon.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the picture for everybody. So that's definitely that is an interesting gun. It kind of reminds me of the gun from Soul Hackers 2.
It reminds me of like the gun from Psychopath.
From what?
Psychopaths, the anime. If anybody knows Psychopaths, they'll probably get what I'm saying. But that really does look like that gun. Now that makes me wonder: is that the Digivice?
I feel like it. I feel like it is, and not just because of the fact that like it's so clearly like I feel like this is the scan animation, but because if you look at the female tamer, who I'm gonna pull a picture up.
The female tamer has a little flight attendant hat. Just gonna say that now.
Yeah, but like, so what we see in Cyber Sleuth is that both of them have the same pair of goggles.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look in this, so we have the male guy who has these like heavy-duty, durable goggles that'll definitely cover him fairly well.
The ones that you would expect a Digimon protagonist to have.
And then the female just wears fucking like sunglasses on her head. Like these don't look like goggles. These look like sunglasses.
They look like the very cheap like $10 swimming goggles that you get when you forgot your goggles at home.
Dude, I have been using those since I was a kid. What you mean? But like they both have the same gun. So I'm convinced that the gun is the Digivice. Plus like this little scan animation.
Yeah, I was a little excited seeing the gun because I was like, maybe that means we can fight too.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Now, real quick, so I had sent you 2 more wiki links from Wikimon.
Mm-hmm.
And this is because this also plays into the story. So the first one, so Digimoji in the new footage consists of sentence fragments. So the central black ring has long ago digital world Iliad was, and then just ... because they don't have the full part.
Mm-hmm.
The small black rings protected by an absolute being. And
Yeah,
then we have on another angle, we have black ring, possible translations. Iliad was by 2 beings, due to the 2 beings Iliad ... and the white rings, the evil Titan army ... Iliad.
evil Titan. Hold on, I gotta look up now. I gotta figure out.
So the evil
see
Titan
it.
army is obviously like an army of Titamon.
Are there any Digimon based on the Titans from Greek mythology?
Titamon. Titamon
Just
is the
Titamon?
Greek Titan. Yep.
Okay, because I thought there'd be more, but I guess I don't know. I guess it is. It could just. It's probably just Titamon unless they come up with new Digimon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like it's one of those things. Like it's kind of hard because the Titans in Greek mythology, I know there was like a few distinct ones, and that's not even just my knowledge from, Disney Hercules. Like the little I know about Greek mythology, that leads me to know that for a fact there is a what you call it, there actually is, like a couple of Titans, because they are, if I recall correctly, the Titans are like Kronos' brothers, and Kronos is
They're
Zeus's dad.
they're all the gods that came before the Olympians.
Yeah, so like the Titans have what you call it, the Titans have originality, but I think for simplicity, because of the fact of like, I don't know that we ever actually get explanations of these Titans. That's why it's just like you get Titamon.
Yeah.
However, I have an interesting twist for you. Hear me out. And I literally thought of this while we were just talking about this. What if, and this is solely like, I'm thinking about this, but also I'm just really hopeful.
Mm-hmm.
What if for the Titans to treat them, or to keep them kind of more interesting, what if they use the ancient Digimon?
That would not be a bad idea.
Yeah, like, because so Disney's Hercules, to use that as a basis, I know again not 1-to-1, but Disney's Hercules has the Titans be these embodiments to nature. We have the stone, we have the wind, we have the ice, we have the lava, and then we have the Cyclops, who I personally take it as like he's an embodiment of life. So what if we took that and we broke that down to the fact, so we have 10 ancient Digimon. These are, like the ancients from Frontier. As much as I fucking scream about that series. What if they took those and they made those part of the army in the same way that we have the Olympos 12, the Royal Knights?
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be... Honestly, that would make a lot of sense. Because they are the 10 legendary warriors.
Yeah, and nowhere does it say those legendary warriors are good people.
No, it doesn't. It just says warriors. They become good when the Frontier people use them, but that's humans pretending to be Digimon, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So like I think that would be a really cool thing. Again, that's just like, I literally thought of this just now while we were talking. I'm more than likely wrong, but I will say if we see one ancient Digimon on the Titan army, I am I'm gonna scream called it at the top of my lungs. Just saying it now.
I just want to say that the ancient Megatheriumon, the one of the transformations for that one is just Daipenmon. I just wanted to point that out.
Look, Dipedmon holds a special place in my heart. But anyway, going back to these other tweets talking about two beings. So I have a couple of things I'm thinking on this one. So we don't know what these two beings did. We don't know if they protected Iliad Surfer or if they devastated the Iliad Surfer. So I got a couple of thoughts here.
Mm-hmm.
First one is found in Greek myth. It's kind of a slight twist on it because of the fact of like using the knowledge of the Olympos 12 and who's in the Olympos 12. Jupitermon and Neptunemon.
Yeah.
Which are in Greek mythology, Zeus and Poseidon, sons of Kronos.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they protected Iliad. Like that, they could be the de facto leaders, and that was their whole appeal or like ordeal.
Yeah.
We have Apollomon and Dianamon, I discussed before, from the Dawn and Dusk games. Maybe we're getting a reference to that. We have Jupitermon and Junomon because Zeus and Hera. And then here's my other take, and this is on the opposite end. This is away from the idea of protecting the Iliad. This is the idea of destroying the Iliad. Jupitermon and Plutomon. Zeus versus Hades.
Yeah.
Because, so fun fact, I don't know if you know this, Van. Did you know Plutomon's not actually a member of the Olympos 12?
I mean, I didn't, but it doesn't surprise me.
Yep. He solely hangs out in the dark area. So he does not really interact with the Olympos 12, especially not in any good way. So what if, much like Hades does in some modern takes on Greek mythology, he's sick of being in the dark area or in the underworld as he is in Greek mythology, and he decided to go to war. I had that thought. I thought that was a really cool twist on it, and I could totally see him, like in Disney Hercules, freeing the Titans to pick this battle.
I could see Plutomon taking the Olympus 12 by, like you said, using the Titans.
Yeah, I could definitely see him fighting them. Without the Titans, I don't think Plutomon would win. But I feel like, if anything, the fight between Plutomon and Jupitermon, maybe that's why we have Aegeomon.
Maybe, because, when Digimon got hurt bad, they de-digiroll.
Yeah, or even revert fully to a Digi-Egg like we see in that video.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that would make a lot of sense. Although, the other thing that I was thinking about that Digi-Egg, because this is Time Stranger, so what if that Digi-Egg has something to do with time travel? Because that's, like, I don't know, I don't see Digimon throwing a word like time in there without it meaning something.
Yeah, but Digimon's always had a loose relationship with time travel.
Yeah.
Like, we've had... So I know in Adventure there is a part where, like, first off, there's the whole, like, first portion of Digimon Adventure 1. The time frame where they are in the digital world is heavily skewed. So, like, they're in there for, weeks. They come out and it's been, what, like a minute? 2 minutes? Like, the first time Tai came out, it's barely been a day.
Yeah.
And then, I feel like there's been plenty of times in Digimon where either characters time traveled or, like, characters get these glimpses into the past or the future. Like, they've always kind of had a loose relationship with the past, I think.
Yeah, I know. Even in Digimon Frontier that you hate, there was time travel in that one where I think his name is Takuya goes back in time as Flamemon.
Yep, and he's yep, I remember the exact one. And he sees the whole ordeal with Koichi.
Yeah.
Who is one of my favorite characters from Frontier, despite doing all.
despite being on the opposite side for a significant amount of
Oh,
time.
you know I like villains.
I know how you feel. I know. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, well, and anyway, no, I could definitely see the Digi-Egg being related to something to do with time, but I feel, especially considering all of the sigils and all the Digiscript around the rings talks about the history of the Iliad, it's got to be Aegiomon, or this has to be the embodiment of Homeros, the host computer of the Iliad.
You know, that could make some sense.
Yeah. Because going back to Digimon Crusader or Digimon Heroes, like the Iliad server was falling apart. So I'm gonna give you a brief history lesson on Digimon Heroes. So in Heroes / Crusade, the Iliad server was falling apart. So Homeros sent the Olympos 12 to Yggdrasil, which is the server King Drasil runs, to see if that server is in danger of collapsing. And when they get there, Megidramon, under the order of the 4 Holy Dragons, takes the form of Chaos Gallantmon to pretend to be Gallantmon, and goes to confront the Olympus 12, who discover the deception. The other Holy Dragon Digimon hop in and are like, hold up, let's talk this out. The Olympus 12 then, like, it then becomes this huge fight. Oh, this isn't Crusader. I'm sorry, this is New Century. Not Crusader, this is New Century. It winds up turning into this huge fight. The Olympus 12 go back for a little bit. And the reason it becomes a huge fight is because they go back to kind of, report to Homeros that Yggdrasil and that King Drasil and the Royal 12 are all gone. The Royal Knights are all gone. And then when they go away, the 4 Holy Dragons and the 4 Great Digimon Sovereigns all are like, hey, they want a war, we're going to war. And meanwhile, the Olympus 12 weren't declaring war or anything. And that whole thing ended with Megidramon going to the Iliad server, X digivolving, so becoming Megidramon X, losing control, and then the next thing we know is Megidramon comes back through the portal, has the seal of the Olympus 12 on him, and they seal the portal and go, all right, time to rebuild Yggdrasil. And that is Digimon New Century.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of details about it that I just even in my other even in my video I kind of skipped over a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. And there's some weird things going.
Yeah. Now, a couple of other cool things I think we're gonna get. So we already talked on the gun possibly being the Digivice. Who's the player?
I don't know.
Like, I have a lot of questions about that. I don't know why. It's almost like, because the uniform, while not being 1-to-1, the uniform vaguely makes me think of the Data Savers uniform.
I mean,
very vaguely. Like, it's a very loose connection, but like parallel world enough where maybe.
I'm watching the trailer again, and I'm pretty sure you're right now about, because Titamon's in there.
Yeah.
And we did see, there was a scene before they fully showed Titamon's. So
you kind of got out there, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, I was saying, before you see Titamon on screen, there is the scene in the trailer where you just see a couple of hands coming through, ripping open like a portal, and those look like Titamon's hands.
They are. We had when the trailer dropped, we were actually reviewing it on stream, and we realized that because of the blue light, it throws you off a bit, but those are Titamon's hands.
Yeah, I want to know if this is gonna be like Cyber Sleuth, where it's like a game, or if it's or like an actual digital world you go to. It's like you actually go to the digital world.
Well, I mean,
Because it looks like you're also in the real world at some point.
the trailers hint that you go back and forth, and that it is the digital. Like, I don't know if it's intentional, but with how much Digimon are walking around, short of it being like a Digimon Liberators style world, where you're gonna see Digimon, although in Liberators it's because everyone's playing the card games. Like, it wouldn't make sense for the Digimon to just be out and about without it being the actual digital world, or people thinking it's a game when it's actually the real digital world.
Yeah. Which, when we did Cyber Sleuth, they didn't realize the digital world was a
Its
real
own
thing.
Yeah.
I'm also wondering if this has any ties to Cyber Sleuth, like actual ties to Cyber Sleuth.
That has yet to be seen. Because we haven't seen, I feel like we haven't seen enough. Dear God, don't give us another excuse to use the Nokia's True Form mod, please. Please, Bandai.
I would love that, but I would also hate it.
But yeah, so that's a thing. Talking about Cyber Sleuth, though, I want to talk about those riding zones real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that they're free explore, but I had a realization watching the trailer.
Yeah.
So if you watch the trailer, I'm gonna pull up the part I'm specifically thinking about.
It does look like they're riding specific Digimon.
Not even just that. So let me find.
Well, I'm saying that because like when you go to the underwater, it shows them riding a Waymon, but then
Oh yeah.
when they're in the plains, it's Garurumon.
I'm fairly certain it's locked, but what I'm talking about is I was looking at these and I'm noticing the two that we see are the Garurumon and the Waymon.
Well, 3, because you also see Bergermon, and it looks like the person's on it. You just don't get to see very much of it.
Yeah, the Bergermon one is definitely a cutscene though. Like that is definitely cutscene. But if you look at the Garurumon and the Waymon, you'll notice that there are these very straight paths. Do you remember in Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory, there was those sections where you went from circle to circle, and like once you hit the direction, the only thing you could really do is continue going forward or turn around? I feel like this is gonna just be those sections. As much as I want these to be free reign, I think these are just gonna be those digital zones.
The only other thing I can see it being is they let you ride it to go faster. That's go in a straight line faster. Those are the two things I was thinking, is either it's forced that you have to ride them at that point, or because remember in Hacker's Memory they had that hacking skill that made you run faster.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that the riding thing could be Time Stranger's version of that.
It is 100% possible, and I'm honestly I would prefer that to what I'm thinking it is.
I would like to ride on a Greymon. I'm just gonna say that now.
I honestly I loved the idea of just the Garurumon, the Waymon, maybe having a little bit more options, and then someone just put, I want to be able to ride any champion or higher Digimon, and I just pictured standing on the back of a Numamon, like an old fucking like one of those old what you call Revolutionary War pictures where the guy's got his one foot on the top of the boat and he's holding his sword out. I just want one of those, but someone's standing on a Numamon.
I got one better for you.
Oh god, hit me.
We have to remember that Gatomon is a champion.
Yeah, but it's with Numamon, I think it's just hilarious because of the fact like Numamon and Gatomon are kind of the same size. I have no sympathy for Numamon. I would feel bad seeing someone stand on a Gatomon.
I could just see riding Gatomon, your legs are just dragging on the ground.
Oh god, there are so many tiny. Oh god, fucking someone riding a marine ant.
Oh no! Also, imagine riding a Mamemon.
Oh, I would ride a Mamemon into battle. I would sit on. You remember when we played Fight Crab during the 24-hour stream?
Yeah.
You remember? I would just sit on top of Mamemon like that, just cross-legged, just go, go, go.
I am currently just looking up tiny champion Digimon.
Well, while you look that up, let's talk collectibles. So in Cyber Sleuth, we had the medals.
Yes.
You know what I think would be really cool?
What?
So in Digimon World 4, they had cards that you could collect. I want them, especially with Liberators being what it is right now, I want them to go back to the cards.
Maybe they'll borrow stuff
great.
from Liberators.
Ooh, that'd be cool too. But I like, just in place of the medals, let us go collect cards. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Also, it would be great promotion for the card game.
Exactly.
Bandai, if you're listening and you haven't done it, change.
Bandai, listen to me.
It'll probably take you another month or two. Just do that. It'll be great.
And then from there, basically the only thing left that I can think of is the list of Digimon we're gonna get.
Well, I have to point out one other thing that a lot of people said that I was crazy for noticing.
Okay.
And that's the fact that all the Digimon we've seen are so much more buff than they were in Cyber Sleuth. Like, we look at Greymon. Greymon's biceps in this game are like twice the size they were in Cyber Sleuth.
They are fully cashing in on that high def.
Yeah, it looks like Greymon was bench pressing Tyrannomon. We weren't looking.
That is
just
the game definitely looks really pretty. I'm so excited to explore literally as much of this game as possible. I'm probably gonna double my Cyber Sleuth playtime.
I'm hoping that they have double the amount of Digimon.
Yeah, same. So I currently have a list, the Slimelings and I put together, of Digimon so it's broken into 4 categories. We have the confirmed, the safely assumed, the possible, and the please.
Yeah, the absolutely, like, can we have those in there?
Like I said, it's, we have the confirmed. These are ones that have been seen in promotional materials or the trailer or what have you. We have the safe assumptions, which are like, oh, well, these are the common Digivolutions to and from those. The baby Digimon, the champions. We have the Olympus 12 on here because if we're going to the Iliad server and we're not getting the Olympus 12, I'm calling shenanigans.
Yeah.
We have the possible, which are things like, the Royal Knights, who we usually expect to see, the 7 the 7 Demon Lords, which again we usually would see their usual evolution lines. There's one, so we know that Kawagamon and Okuamon are in the game, so obviously in the safe assumption I put Dokunamon and Kunamon, and then in the possible I was like, all right, so we're gonna put Dokunamon/Kunamon, and then we're just gonna put whatever the opposite of the safe assumption is. So if we get Kunamon, we may get Dokunamon. If we get Dokunamon, we may get Kunamon. I can't see us getting Dokunamon over Kunamon, though.
No, I don't think that would be a thing.
But then, like, there's some other ones. Like, obviously, we have Metal Greymon Blue. Why do I have the baby Digimon over in the possible category? I think, you know what it is? I think I put the baby and in training Digimon over here. Because I was like, we actually don't know if we're going to get them. Maybe this will be a game that just has rookies and higher.
I mean, I don't see that happening, but it's a possibility. But I think it's a very low chance that we're not going to get the babies.
Yeah. And then finally, the please. So we have the 10 Holy Spirits. We have the Bancho Digimon. Please give us Bancho Mamemon. I need my boy.
I like that you called it hopeful. And one of the Digimon I want's not on there because there's almost be in a game. And that's Brigadramon, which is in nothing. Does not exist outside the card game.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna put Brigadramon there. You have full right to call for him there.
I know, but at the same time, like, I don't think it'll be in there because Brigadramon does not exist.
Yeah, but that's the point of this. That's the point of the please. Is like, these are the ones where we're not getting these, but we could. But we're not. But we could. And like, if I were to write out all of the evolutions that are in this category, this list would probably easily hit about 300 to 400. With this being the way it is, so even counting the please category, I have 246 Digimon on this list. And I'm really hoping that we're gonna see at least like 500 to 600 Digimon.
I'm hopeful, but I don't know, because we only had like 250 in the.
Yeah, I can't, like, it's one of those things from a balancing standpoint. I say this as someone who has, who has been dabbling in game design. I can't imagine them willingly putting in more Digimon than any Pokemon game has natural access to.
Yeah, because we do know there's like 1,200 Digimon.
There are, so it is 1,400 Digimon.
Oh, they added more since last time I checked.
Yeah, well, I was looking it up the other day because I could talk about this on this because this doesn't go up till after the first one drops. So I was looking it up for the Digimonday series where the short series where I talk about Digimon, and I was doing the math. If I never miss a release day, and I literally, divided, or I was doing the multiplication of, the 52 weeks in a year or what have you, and I could go for 26 years and not duplicate a Digimon. That's assuming no more are released by then.
Well, did you know that's not gonna that more is gonna happen?
Yeah, exactly. That more is gonna happen, but quite frankly, I don't know if I'm still gonna be doing this in 26 years.
Yeah. I do want to point out Brigademon's in one thing other than the card game, and that is a web novel that I've never heard of.
What was that?
Oh, I said that Brigademon is in one thing other than the card game, and it's a web novel that I have never heard of.
What's it called?
Digimon Seekers.
That does sound familiar to me.
It's where
I think I know
Lugamon
what that
comes
one's from. Yeah, because Brigademon, I feel like Brigademon's part of the D Police.
Yeah, he's part of the Digipolice.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, I know Seekers because that's the series where the main characters have like the X antibody Digimon, like Lugamon. One of them I think has Dorumon. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I want to sit down and read it at some point.
And it looks like one of the main antagonists is Warumanzemon.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, that's at least on my end. That's kind of everything I expect to see from Time Stranger as of this point. Like, obviously, we're going to be getting more info. Hell, by the time this video goes live, we might get more info. I know DigiCon drops on March 20th, which will be after this video's posting, because this video is going up on the 12th.
Yeah, I did want to point out something else that I noticed. It looks like it's an improvement on Cyber Sleuth.
Oh.
It's at one point in the trailer we see, we see in the normal battles where they're on opposite sides of the field. It looks like they're turn-based, all that stuff. We know it's turn-based, but there's also a scene in the trailer where it looks like the player tells the Agumon to run up and attack another Digimon. So we see Agumon actually running up and attacking. So I'm wondering.
I'm hoping that that's a thing. I would love, first off, I'd love overworld Digimon that we can actually like run into for our encounters, and I'd love the ability to just be like, hey, go fuck that one up. I feel like that would do what, like, I have to say it did wonders for grinding in Pokemon. I think it would do wonders for grinding in Digimon as well.
It would. Also, I do want to point out one more thing that people may not have known about.
Okay.
Digimon Time Stranger I don't think it had a name, but it was announced in 2017.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it had a name.
On the wiki for so long.
Yeah, I don't remember if it had a name back then, but there was.
It's just been Digimon TBA.
Yeah, because I know on the regular Wikipedia, not on Digimon Wiki, if you looked at the list of Digimon games, it said unnamed Digimon story game.
Yeah, so that was on actual wiki, like actual Wikipedia.
For 7 years. No, almost 8 years.
Literally, hold on. Let's see real quick. Because I know that I saw a picture about it, but like there was like they copyrighted Time Stranger like recently. Like that was I'm pretty sure that was a recent thing they did,
Also,
but
I'm
I can't
reading
find it.
I'm reading the Digimon fandom, not the Wikimon, but the other Digimon wiki. And apparently Bandai said that the entire reason they Digimon survived was to give the Digimon story team more time.
Amazing.
Yeah, apparently they were just like, well, we need to give them more time, so we're gonna have another team Digimon game. Maybe that explains why it's not that great.
Let's see.
So yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna be
currently
honest.
looking.
I haven't been this excited for a Digimon game since Cyber Sleuth.
So this is a thread from January 16th, 2025. Bandai has recently filed for a new trademark. Let's see. I'm trying to find, because like this site doesn't specifically say it, but there's a part where it's like Redditors added the trademark could cover a new IP from the Code Vein Scarlet Nexus devs, or possibly a Tales of Fantasia with the remake with Time Stranger in the title, since time travel plays a part in the premise. So this is saying that it was filed like shortly before January 16th in 2025. So this is saying it was not. Oh yeah, no, here we are. Bandai Namco has filed new trademark Time Stranger on January 10th, 2025. So that means that name was decided in January.
Yeah.
And that
Which
name,
is,
that's going to be the mystery I'm excited most to figure out. Why is it called that?
I mean, like I said, I don't think that they would make a name like that without having it be important to the story.
Exactly.
Cyber Sleuth, because you were a cyber sleuth.
Like literally literally the whole thing makes me think that maybe you're a time cop, but at the same time that's such a weird thing.
You could be a digicop and you just end up happen to go back in time or something.
I definitely think like we're going to go back in time because the trailer opens up with Armageddon. The trailer opens up with things ending.
We're gonna be like those Korean web novels that keep coming out where we regress back with our memories.
But yeah, that's everything I can think to say about Time Stranger. You got any other like I just realized?
The only other last thing I can think of is that the producer left last year or 2 years ago.
The producer of Time Stranger?
The original producer, because he had been the producer for most of the Digimon games since Digimon Story Lost Evolution.
You know what? I wonder if maybe he wound up leaving either just because of like creative differences, or if it was just like, all right, you know what, we keep having to push this back. I'm done. I'm quitting. I'm leaving.
Maybe
You won't let it die.
Maybe they just retired, because when was Lost Evolution come out?
That's possible.
Lost Evolution was 2010, so they were in there for 13 years. Yeah. So maybe they just retired. Maybe they got done with Digimon.
That's possible, but hey, you know what? I'm excited for Time Stranger. I'm definitely gonna be playing it the day it comes out. I'm sure Van will too.
Yes.
If anything, we'll probably hang out in a call for at least the first stream of it to kind of discuss the differences. I'm sure. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Make sure to follow Van. You can find his description or his information down in the description below. If you're new here, drop a subscription. If you enjoyed what we were talking about, hit the like. If you think we missed something, or you have some predictions of your own, or if there was new stuff dropped that we may not have talked about, throw it in the comments. Again, anything released after today, which would be February 26th, obviously is not going to be in this video because we don't know about it. Yeah. Ben, you got anything you want to add to that?
If something else does, if enough big things come out about this afterwards, we might be able to do another video on it. But at this point, it's supposed to release this year, so it won't be too much.
I cannot wait for the game, but thank you everybody so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next video. Reminder, I am live on Twitch every day but Monday and Wednesday, and Van is going to be getting back into streaming, although do you have a schedule in mind, or are you just going to wing it until you figure it out?
I don't have a set schedule. I'm coming back on March 1st,
Which
but then I'm taking
11 days before this video.
Yeah, and then I will be taking a break, so it'll actually be a week after this video comes out that actual schedule.
That's right, because the week. So you're coming back on the first, and then you're coming up. I don't because you're gonna be on my stream. You're coming up here to hang out the week after, so you're immediately going on a small break, and then you'll be back a week later.
Yeah. So.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll catch you in the next video.
Bye.